Hey everyone, wanted to create a quick video just to follow up with some of the topics we've been talking about recently. So, as you know, if you've been watching these, we've been dealing with this whole thought of what am I doing, right? Why is it that I think I know anything about anything? And as a result, why have I started a company? And it's a rough thing to overcome. It really kind of just is a weight on your shoulders, and it weighs on you heavily in your mind constantly. It sucks. It's a really crappy feeling. I almost said the bad version of that. Anyways, so I wanted to point out a few things that we learned recently that really actually did help us get past this point in our business, right? So what we've done is we've kind of broken out three different things that have helped us whittle out all the potential opportunities, potential possibilities that we could build our business out going forward and really focus in on what it is we know, right? So we've been on the market. And if you are at our stage, you've been on the market, you've learned things about your customers, you've talked to them, you've figured out things that are working, things that are not working, because that's going to be really important. Because if you don't take anything that you've learned with you to develop the next thing you're going to develop or attack the next market you're attacking, whatever it is, developing a new product altogether, if you're not taking anything with you that you've learned, you're starting from scratch, right? You're not pivoting, you're actually just starting a new business because you can't actually leverage anything that you've already learned and take it forward to build your product out or your business out further. So that right there helps get rid of, at least for us, 2/3 of the opportunities that we were considering, because as you know, customers, users, they tell you things like, oh, if you just did X, Y, and Z, you could go after this market, or if you did A, B, and C, you could attract this customer. But a lot of the times those are in spaces we're not familiar with. So for us, just to kind of hone this in on something more specific, we are a financially centric app. So we deal with finance, and we've had customers bring up very interesting opportunities in areas like sales or marketing or other areas of the business operations even. And the thing about those is that they didn't actually reflect what we're currently doing right now, which is finance. It was maybe tangentially related, but ultimately our domain expertise, the reason that we started the company, was because of the issue that we saw within something financially related. And so what we've done is taken a step back, figured out what have we learned, what do we know about the market. And the way that we did this systematically, this is kind of comes back to that last what the hell am I doing video, is what we did was we utilized the topics rather, or the categories within the product market fit video that we did, where Brian Balfour lays out the four components that ultimately make up what we think of as product market fit, but also the business model canvas. And so utilizing both of those in tandem and breaking out our opportunities according to these categories and these canvases, we've really started to pinpoint the degree of unknowedness, if I could use a word. I don't think that's a word, making words up. And so you can figure out what markets you actually understand a lot more about, where you have hypotheses that are more, at least more justified, I guess, and where you just have an idea of a possible attractive opportunity, but again, know nothing about essentially all the particulars that you would need to know about. And so the more completely filled that you have these categories and these business model canvases, it'll give you a way better understanding of what you actually know, what you've learned, and how that relates to what you can do going forward. And so that really is the point, is just take a step back. It's what have you learned? What was your original goal, and how can you reduce that risk? And so the reducing the risk, again, watch product market fit video and then do a business model canvas on all of your potential markets. What your original goal was. You have domain expertise. Likely you're seeing something that other people are not, which is probably why you developed your product. You can go deeper. you can always go deeper and become even more of that domain expert and be known and develop your brand around being the person or the company that owns whatever topic that is, right? So a lot of these other opportunities are probably going to broaden your horizons. They're going to make you look horizontally more so rather than vertically. And so it's, at least for us, it seems to be much more promising to go vertically or to go deeper into our current subject matter than to go into areas that we have no idea about. And so having that confidence behind the things that we already know, the things that we've already learned about our customers, and the things that we believe we can do to decrease risk, given those other two factors, has really provided us a new confidence that we didn't have when we did the last video. And so now we can finally close this chapter and move forward with our new vision, with our new path forward, and move on to the next thing, because life is always throwing curveballs at us, and there's going to be plenty more problems where that came from. So that's how we got over this one. I hope it helps, and if so, please leave some comments. I'd love to hear some feedback. All right, I'll talk to you all next week. Have a good one.